So food myths and legends. There's lots of good information and lots of misinformation out there. So I thought I'll just set the record straight on a few things. I'll talk about some myths to begin with, and one of the classic ones I hear all the time is if you feed fresh meat or raw meat to your dog, it'll become savage or it'll get a bloodlust. It's simply not true. You can very happily feed fresh meat diets to dogs and it doesn't change their temperament. In fact, if anything, I've seen hyperactive dogs calm down when put onto a natural raw food diet. The other thing is people have a concern about parasites and bacteria with raw food. But you've got to understand a dog as a carnivore has a highly acidic stomach and is well able to break down and destroy bacteria and parasites that come in their food. But of course there are some no-nos when it comes to feeding. A classic is chocolate. Chocolate actually is quite toxic to dogs, but it's important to realise that the toxicity actually relates to the type of chocolate. Milk chocolate being the least toxic and dark, potent, concentrated chocolate being the most toxic. So it can only be a very small amount of good quality dark chocolate that can poison your dog. Another common one is onions. Raw onions in particular can be quite dangerous to dogs and can be a poison to their blood, causing some real significant problems. And whilst onion itself can be damaging, garlic, which people often mistakenly assume is bad, is nowhere near as toxic. And small amounts of garlic are absolutely fine to use in the diet. Things to avoid as a general rule. Macadamia nuts, believe it or not, as tasty as they are, can be quite toxic to dogs. Also grapes, simple and tasty, and they will be attracted to them, but grapes are a bit of a no-no. Other things to watch out for in the environment, and a simple one is antifreeze. If you happen to drain the radiator of your car, antifreeze, the green stuff that comes out, is very sweet. It's made of ethylene glycol, and dogs will drink it quite happily. Unfortunately, it leads to fatal kidney failure, so it's really important to get rid of things like that. And other household poisons, things like a snail bait, highly poisonous, highly toxic, will kill a dog in a matter of 3 to 4 hours if left untreated. And a good old rat sack. Whilst it's great for getting rid of mice, if your dogs get into it, it's just as lethal for them. So these are simple things that you can watch out for and be mindful for, that if you can keep them away from your pets or lock them in a cupboard, then you'll find that you're going to have a good, happy and healthy environment for your dogs and cats.